Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the NRCHA Snaffle Bit Futurity coverage, all brought to you by Metallic Cat. I am Drew Stew. This is the EQN Sports Desk, all driven by Holiday Auto Group. There's some history up here.
Ooh, there's a lot of history.
There's a lot of history right here.
There's a lot of history here.
Debbie Roberts, you and I, 20-some years?
Plus, definitely. Yeah, a lot.
Plus. So before we threw the cameras up, you and I were laughing because we do have a lot of history together.
Yes, we do.
And I mean, you talk about vitriol between two young marketers trying to figure it out in the Western.
We didn't start out good together.
No,
we did not start out good together.
And what's cool now is we do laugh about it all the time, you know?
Well, we not only laugh about it, Drew, we now have each other's back.
Absolutely,
on more than one occasion. I've gotten a call from you, Deb, I'm in a
I need
bind,
some
or
help.
vice versa.
Yep.
And we're there for each other every time. But
you know, isn't it cool that because we do, you know, a lot of the same stuff. Marketing is our deal. Mm-hmm. Graphic design is our deal. Like, this is what we do. And you know, we were talking before we turned the cameras on, and you're like, what are we going to talk about? The behind the scenes of this industry is what's made our living.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Behind the scenes, from putting the videos together, from doing the logo. I don't know how many stallion logos you've done in your career. We talked about, I don't know if you're, about a year ago we talked about it.
Yes.
I was like, how many have you done? Like, and just, it's like, it's pretty dang cool, you know, and you walk through that hallway over there and the way the stallions are represented and the way these owners are represented. I'm not just saying this because you're sitting here, but you've done a great job stepping up everybody's game, and you're responsible for a whole lot of that.
I appreciate that.
And
Thank
you've
you.
done a great job in the industry. The industry needs people like you. You know, Chelsea Schaefer's what we've had on the roping side of it forever. Without people like you, like her, and the marketing people behind this, like that there's a whole lot, like I said, of behind-the-scenes work that goes on.
Yep. That's why it's a little awkward for me to be in front of the camera now.
I know.
And sit behind it.
It's so funny because she's like, I'm so nervous. I'm like, what do you mean you're nervous? Like, this is what you do. She's like, no, well, not in front of the camera.
Not here.
I'm behind the camera. But so take me back. I want to know about you before we met. Like, how did you get into this game? Where did the marketing deal in this industry even come from?
Grew up with horses riding. Western pleasure, saddle seat. Rode a lot of equitation, 4-H, that kind of stuff. And on a fluke one day, in my early 20s, I hear an advertisement on the radio for, it was Northwest Cutting Horse Association Futurity. It was about 30 minutes down the road. I tried
Where were you from?
Oregon.
Gotcha, okay.
We don't say that out loud a lot. But I heard it on the radio.
Okay.
I tried to get all my friends to go. They're like, no.
Yeah.
I went on a Saturday night to this event, and I became hooked on the athleticism of these performance horses.
Of the
cutting horses, and I'd never seen anything like it. And I walked away saying, I've got to figure out a way to get into this.
Really?
Yes, that is why I am here today.
That was the hook.
Because of an advertisement I heard on the radio.
Holy smokes. Marketing works.
Marketing does work.
Marketing works.
Yeah.
So then kind of walk me through how did it come about from there? Like, what were your steps? How did
well, my steps, you know, to go back a little bit, that night, in cutting terms, Kathy Dawn and Mike Hack, which Mike Hack was affiliated with Missing Cash, tied for the championship, and they had a work-off. And that, to me, even solidified even more I needed to be here. And so I went home. My mother had just started up an embroidery business. So I'm like, okay, how do I turn the embroidery business into the horses? I looked at all these stock logos that are in this book, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So I started creating my own.
Really?
And yes, and went down the road with basically my own custom logoed wear.
Really? So that's what's really kicked it off.
That is what kicked it off.
The industry truly kicked off your whole deal.
The whole thing. And I mean, and it's because the passion that just kept growing inside of me for these horses and my love. And to be honest, at first, I just wanted to be able to afford to buy one of these horses.
Sure. Just get in the game.
Right. And the deeper I got into it, I'm like, I can't afford one of these horses. This is not going to happen. So how do I get there? And it then started slowly transitioning. I started putting stallions in my booth. Okay. And then I'd go down with a 10-foot down the road with a 10-foot closing booth and a 30-foot stallion booth.
Oh, really?
And, you know, everything at that point in time was on the West Coast.
Yep.
And it just kind of grew from there. And then eventually I ended up down here in Texas, and I spend 90 days a year down here now.
Yeah, yeah. What was your, Metallic Cat, that's your logo. You've been representing Metallic Cat. What would you say was your breakthrough? Was it Metallic Cat, or was it before that, or when did it really start clicking for you?
It kind of really started clicking. I started with a stallion named Peptotaz, owned by Don Lester, ridden by Randy Cherry. And that was kind of my first. I came up with this really crazy logo, and it was kind of like a tornado coming out from underneath the hip of this horse. And we made a really fun, because remember when screensavers were the things for your computer?
Yeah.
We made a cartoon screensaver out of this, and poor Randy Cherry, we made him into like Yosemite Sam.
Oh boy.
He was not happy.
Yeah.
But everybody wanted it, and that's like everybody had the Peptotest screensaver on their computer.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so it was just little baby steps like that, and then there was a lot of other studs along the way, but then the next probably name stud everyone knows is Spot Tot.
Yep.
Right after Wes Gallion won the Futurity on him in NCHA. And it just kind of grew from there, and when Bo won the Futurity on Metallic Cat, it was just kind of that natural transition, because I already been in with the family and worked with Jody and with Wes.
Yeah.
And it was really kind of fun, because Alvin and Becky Foltz owned Metallic Cat. Bo had just turned in his non-pro card. None of them knew anything about, Bo being in the open level or marketing a stallion. And so I'm like, let's go. We got this. And Facebook really wasn't a big thing then.
No, that was before all of that was really
right.
hitting.
And so we talked long and hard, and I'm like, we need to get him a Facebook page. Well, that was when it was just a friends page. They didn't have business pages. Yeah. So, it's just been a transition.
The Metallic Cat MySpace. I mean, that's amazing to think about, that it truly, because when you look at it, too, it's like, Debbie's been doing this forever, but you truly helped change the industry on the marketing side of things. Now the logos are like one of the most important things. I mean, like you and I get called about logos all the time.
Right.
All the time, the branding of these horses and the social media and the YouTube. So what's it like today as a marketer in the industry? I mean, you're busy. So what's it like right now? Like, what are you doing for these guys and gals?
Well, marketing has done a lot of changes. And so you've got your content creators, which are immediately getting things out right away. And then you've got your marketers, which behind the scenes, I'm negotiating sponsorships, deals, negotiating placement for these booths at these facilities. And so I track all the earnings. I look for the next Magic Cross.
Yeah, those are the things that people don't understand.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not only the fun graphic design. There's hours of spreadsheets, isn't there? Hours and hours. Hours and hours of spreadsheets. Like you say, how many times do you get called by these owners and get asked, "Hey, what do you think we should cross?" And it's your data that makes those decisions. Does that happen quite a bit?
I get the conversations all the time. I actually was even hit up probably 3 or 4 years ago. A cutting club wanted me to come down and talk to them about how they decide who they breed their mares to. And, because they hadn't thought about it. And so we had a kind of an impromptu meeting at the event, and I'm like, what's your mare's shortcomings? They're like, my mare don't have any shortcomings.
What's your mare's shortcomings?
Yes, come on, let's talk.
What's your mare's shortcomings? Yeah.
And so, but a lot of people don't break it down that way. They don't think about it that way.
Yeah. Like, let's put a stallion in here that's going to complement this mare or whatever. And, or vice versa.
Stop looking at them because they have a pretty mane.
Yeah.
Let's look at them because of what they've done, how they're built, what their balance is, their withers, how strong they are through the loin, their hip, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, very, very cool. Well, we have got to circle this back now because Metallic Cat is the presenting sponsor of Snaffle Bit Futurity.
Yes.
That's got to make you proud to see that logo on there.
I love it. And 9 years ago, I had the conversation with Bobby Patton, and I went to him with a presentation that I said, I think we need to get on board with this association. Bobby's still fairly new to the horse industry at that time, and 100% cutting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Bobby, I've looked at the numbers. I've looked at the projected growth.
Yeah.
We need to get in on this, and we need to get in on this now.
Yeah.
And he's like, whatever you say, Debbie.
Yeah.
He's like, just do it. I'm not saying I agree with it, but just do it.
Really.
And he put that faith in me. And look where we are now, because then it was just a dream that we were going to have a $200,000 payout.
Yeah.
in
A
the open.
dream.
A dream.
Yeah.
It's a reality now.
Yeah. How cool is that?
I mean, the growth, the members, the entries, the payouts are just huge.
Yeah. Yeah. When did it become real? When was it in kind of circling back, but you'll see where I'm going here. When did it become real that Metallic Cat was going to be that stallion? When did that hit? So after the Futurity, you've got 4 or 5 years right there where you don't know.
Right.
You don't have a clue.
Right.
When did it come down? We're like, holy smokes, he's the real deal.
Well, let's back up even a little bit further. We retired him at the end of his 4-year-old year.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was that soon.
It was that soon. We had, huge amount of money on him. We're $600,000 on him. What else did he have to prove?
Yeah.
Do we want to, didn't want, he was sound, 100% sound. We did
Really?
not want
So
to
he
risk injury.
retired at the top.
He
didn't retire
No.
on an injury or a slide down.
No, he was 100% sound. And at what point in time, with what we thought we might have, did it become a risk putting him in a trailer and taking him down the road?
I bet that was a big conversation.
Yes, it was a huge conversation.
that is because you're on a winner.
Right.
You're on a winner.
Right.
You've got a classic challenge year in front of 2 years in front of you where you could still go show and win a bunch of money.
Right. You're never guaranteed the ground. You're never guaranteed the idiot that's driving next to your trailer.
Yeah.
Let's park him at home and then let's bake on this this next step with him.
And it worked.
It worked, and then we had huge conversations over how to start his first book. We kept a limited first book. 80 mares.
80. That was it.
That was it. 80 mares.
Did you guys hand select those mares?
Yes, we did.
You did.
And every single one of those breedings were given away.
Were given away.
Were given away.
You're kidding? I didn't know. That's part of the story. I didn't know.
And
so you guys hand selected.
We hand selected
made phone
them,
calls. Said,
made
hey,
phone calls. Would you like a chip?
Yeah.
We want you on our team.
That's good.
And
product seeding.
Yes.
Product seeding. A little bit of marketing.
Yep. There's a method to that madness.
Method to that madness.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So after that first crop, did it just when did it start going gangbusters?
His first crop just hit. He became $1 million sire with his first crop.
Really?
Yes.
With those 80 mares
Yes.
right there. No kidding.
Yes.
Holy smokes. Then you had to know you were off to the races.
Oh, yeah. And then it's like, how do we handle it? How do we manage it? Trying to stay ahead of the game, not trip ourselves up. And, 'cause you always mess up.
Yeah.
You always
right.
do.
Yeah, but that's part of the deal,
I know.
And you're almost in uncharted territory. I mean, definitely not the first people to ever breed stallions, but with the way marketing changed and everything changed in this game, I mean, nobody else is. Look what he is now. Nobody else is doing that.
Nope.
Nobody else has done that. What are his numbers now, Debbie?
He just became an $80 million sire across all disciplines.
80 million.
80 million, yes. And NRCHA announced it, a week before this event started, that he's now a $9 million
in this
cow horse starter. Yes, yes. 5 years ago, he became the all-time leading sire, which there again, a dream became a reality because Shining Spark, he owned that.
Owned it.
I never thought that was something we would reach.
Yeah. That's got to be one of those deals. You sit back at the hotel and think about all the hours and time. That's got to make you smile a little bit, Debbie.
It's been the best ride, and and it keeps getting even better because since he hit that all-time leading mark, he's averaged $1 million a year.
No kidding.
And it's so much fun because we are seeing him in the boxing to the bridal classes.
So you're seeing him all the way.
We're seeing him all the way across the board.
We're seeing him like crazy. You're
seeing him
we're
too.
Seeing him like crazy.
But before we go over to your side, do you know that he's won the world's greatest horseman 4 times?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
4 times.
4 times.
How cool is that?
And the last 3 years consecutively.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I pulled up, I was showing Trey and some of the guys last night. Trey and Jay were sitting over here, and we were talking about the horses at Riata and, going down all the stallions. And as well, that's what's brought you and I back together a lot is the rope horse deal.
Absolutely.
It's pretty funny when Debbie's like, hey, we're talking about rope horses. Who'd have thought that? Like,
yeah.
We've never had that conversation together until like the last couple years. Yeah.
Well, for years I was known as one of those cutting snobs, and now here I am all in on cow horse, and then last year I showed up at the Riata.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, you're a little out of place here.
Yeah. But look what's going on. And then right here, we just got this confirmation yesterday on the tie-down roping deal. Riley Webb's riding one.
That's huge.
Horse of the year in the PRCA.
So
Riley's going in number one. He's won $305,000 in the tie-down roping on a metallic cat. It's a pretty good stallion.
Yep, that is huge. And he's also the all-time roping sire across the board.
Yeah,
all the different disciplines.
All the different disciplines.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty dang cool. That's pretty dang cool. So to cap this whole deal off, we are, you and I, who'd have thought this industry was going to go where it's going right now? What are you seeing right now? Like, what's your predictions now after all the homework you've done throughout the years? Where do you see this industry? Because we're in a unique spot. We're not at a place where all the rivers are branching out. We're at a place where all the rivers are coming together right now. What is your projection and your thoughts going forward in this industry?
I think we're just getting started.
Do you?
I think for the longest time, and I've listened to some of your interviews earlier this week you've done, and I'm not a fan of the word call-out. We've talked about
you and I talked
before.
about.
Yes.
I didn't know if we were going to talk. So I've been over here thinking like, maybe we won't talk. But since you brought it up, let's go down that road.
Okay.
Yep. Let's go.
You remember what I told you?
Yeah. Debbie and I had this 2 days ago? 2 days ago we had this conversation. So y'all have heard me say it when we talk about the roping. We hate nothing more than say we're riding reject cutters or we're riding reject cow horse. That drives us crazy on the team roping side of things because our industry pays out $120-some million a year. We're not riding rejects. We're riding great rope horses. And then with the introduction of all the futurities that we have going on that are kind of tailored more towards the open guys, but then you put Riata in there, and now we have futurities that are tailored towards the open guys and the number 5 roper and 4 roper. We're breeding horses for that game.
Yes.
As is going on here in the cow horse. Nobody's riding reject anything.
They've never been rejects.
No, that's such a terrible. Absolutely.
They're athletes. They just fit in a different hole.
Yeah, right. Yeah, how did you say it? Give that,
let's see if I can say it. Basically, I said, you've got a father.
Yeah.
It was a pro football player.
Yeah.
He's got 3 sons.
Yeah.
One plays football.
Yeah.
The other one plays basketball. Great at it. The other one's a golfer.
Yeah.
Is he going to put those other 2 kids up for adoption? No.
Yeah, they're not culls.
They're not culls.
They're not reject. And when you said that, I was like, yeah, so there you go. And we go down this path. We're at a point now, and in the cow horse and the I think it, cutters, reiners doing it forever, then cow horse, and then the barrel racers, of course, are doing it. But in our deal, what we're talking about on the cow side of things, the team ropers, we've never done it. The cow horse are ahead of us a little bit, but we're breeding these barns, and now the industry is big enough to support.
And to kind of get back to where you originally started with this question, is the cow horse people are now breeding.
For cow horses.
For cow horse, they've never done before.
Yeah.
And they're looking for that, strong through the loin, bigger hip.
Yeah.
They want that cowy mind, but at the same time, they need something that is, shall we say, eloquent enough to do the reining.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a beautiful cross. I mean, we watch these reining patterns, and these horses are so pretty.
Yes.
And so put together. And then this is the thing we've talked about up here all week long, that I'm thick-headed, so it took me till now in my entire career to figure out how hard this cow horse deal really is, because we're looking for that beautiful reiner, and then we got to go kick down past one on the fence. Like, that is a special horse, and that's not a petite little.
No.
They've got to have some run. They've got to have some size. And the roping, we've got to have the run. We've got to have the size, plus the stop, plus the mind. You know, you talked about it a moment ago. We've got the non-pro boxing classes. That's got to be a horse with a good mind.
A good mind. They're taking care of those kids.
Absolutely.
They're taking care of those kids.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And to think about it, it is October.
Yeah.
And these horses are out there doing 3 disciplines.
Yeah. On 3-year-olds.
On 3-year-olds.
Early
and
3-year-olds.
they're doing them well.
Yeah. That's cool, isn't it? It's so cool. Yep. It's so cool. You know, this is just kind of fun, and I literally just thought of this, kind of going back to the marketing deal. So the Snaffle Bit logo this year, you know, that's your and my first collaboration.
Yes, that is. You're right.
So I made the Snaffle Bit Futurity logo this year with the Metallic Cat logo in there, and I just thought of that. Like, that's our
I forgot about that. You're right.
That's our first time we've ever put our work together.
Yes.
It's pretty dang cool.
That is.
Hey, so everything really can come together.
It can
if
come
you and I
together.
can do it, anything can do it.
Yeah,
No.
'cause a long time ago.
Oh boy,
Wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, but it was, you know, it was good competition though, because we were all. One thing about our relationship, at the end of the day, we were just trying to do better by the industry.
Yes.
Period.
Absolutely.
Period. That's all it was. We were trying to do better by the industry. The stallions. This is my home. My home is in front of the camera doing this and spreading the word. Your home has been back there promoting these stallions, promoting these owners, and so much more stuff. You know, from the graphic design work and everything. And then to be Debbie, we're so lucky because at the end of the day, we get to make a living in this industry.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Right.
I wouldn't have. Every day I wake up and I'm like, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's do this again.
Pretty lucky.
Yep.
What other stallions you represent right now? Who else do you have on the docket?
Metallic Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls-Royce.
Who's doing amazing in the roping deal?
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Roping, the way he's come on Cow Horse. I'm going to go over the next set and watch Corey Cushing's on one, ARA Rebel King that, just on the cusp of hitting 300,000 in lifetime earnings.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And then I got, I think we said Rolls Royce. I do a lot of stuff with Bad Boona Rising, Ricardo Suave, the stud that Clay Volmer rode that we unfortunately just lost. But with AQHA rules, we've still got 2 years on him.
Yeah.
Brother Jackson. Do a little bit for Call Me Mitch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them kind of behind the scenes that I do little bits and pieces, but those are my most primary ones.
Primary ones right now. Well, congratulations on a great run, Debbie. I mean, you've done a great job by the industry, and I truly mean that.
Thank you.
I really do. You know, actually, you know, when Phil made us kiss in makeup here a few years ago. Phil Bennett of the PCCHA is like grabbed his 2 little kids by the ears and got us on a conference call and is like, you two, we just knock it off.
Well, we had a project that we had to work on together, and we're like, nope, I'm not going to call
it. We ain't call it,
nope.
and it's just, and then we laugh about it now. But you know that Phil and I talked about it, and that's where we you know, you have done so much with the Pacific Coast, with the NCHA, now with the Cow Horse deal, and it's pretty dang cool, and the industry's better off because of you, Deb, and I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
You know, you and I, it's always been friendly competition for the industry, and that's what it's all about.
Thank you.
And it's pretty dang awesome. So I tell you what, everybody, this is, if you see Debbie walking around, she is responsible for a whole lot of stuff that you don't know anything about, and she will never tell you that, and that's what's very, very cool. So Debbie, thank you for what you've done.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And I think, like you said, there's a whole lot with this industry. We're just taking off, aren't we?
I can't wait to see what's to come.
Yeah.
It's exploding.
It is, isn't it? It is. We're pretty dang lucky. Well, everybody, we've got a whole lot more interviews coming up. We are at the halfway point here at the Snaffle Bit Futurity presented by Metallic Cat. And make sure you keep tuning in to NRCHA.com. Go and watch all of the live streams. Keep tuning in here on Facebook. And there's more and more coming. We're inching our way closer and closer and closer on down to that Saturday night when we crown the 2025 Snaffle Bit Futurity champion. On behalf of Debbie Roberts, I'm Drew Stu. We'll catch all of you in a little bit.